Howdy, it's the Dayton Charity Chicken back for more taste testing. Today I'll be eating some bars. There are protein bars, snack bars, granola bars. These are a special kind of bars from a company called Go Macro. So they're MacroBars. And they're one of the only product lines that I've come across where practically every part of the line meets my needs. So this was very exciting for me to find. But on the whole, most people really shouldn't be eating all of these kinds of products on a regular basis. You really should be treating these things almost like they are candy bars, because most of these things are really high in calories and fat and sugar, and they're really not all that high in nutrition. So you really should be eating your veggies. A lot of people tend to really overdo it with these kinds of things when they're trying to eat healthy. Be very careful with these. If you're starting to eat a lot of holiday foods and you're thinking, oh, New Year's resolutions starting to form in your head, and you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to need to go on a diet here soon. I'm going to have to lose some weight from eating some holiday treats. And you're thinking, I'm going to need to eat some of these bars when I go to the gym. Then you might want to think twice, because they've really got a lot of calories and fat and sugar packed into them. So same thing with smoothies. Lots of people who think, okay, just throw together a quick smoothie. That's when you take fruit and you make it into a liquid form, it hits your body really fast, and that can be a problem too. That can really affect weight gain. So that's not necessarily the best route either. Really, you want to chew your way through your fruits and vegetables. I know everyone always groans, but that's always the best way to go. But I'm thinking some of you might be traveling during the holiday season, and you might be on the road, and you might be seeing fast food places and thinking, what do I do? And you might need some little handy thing tucked away with you on a plane or in a car, and one of these kind of things might come in handy. So that's why I'm going to share this. This is not something you should be eating every single week with the gym, but for holiday traveling, for an emergency backup purpose, one of these might come in handy. So here we go with the Macro Bars. Here is the first Go Macro Bar. This is the Wholehearted Heaven Bar. Almond butter and carrot. For me, these are great because they are all organic, non-GMO project verified, certified gluten-free. They are good for FODMAP. If there's chocolate, it's fair trade chocolate. They're vegan, dairy-free. One of the only issues that some people might face is that if you have a problem with peanuts or other nuts, most of them have the statement that they are manufactured in a facility that processes peanuts and other nuts. So if you do have a peanut or nut issues, these might not be for you. Besides that, they really address a whole range of different health issues. So this is going to be almond butter and carrot. So try that out. Okay, here we go. Here is the bar. It's interesting. There are a lot of products that have a texture like this that use dates, but this doesn't use dates, which is one of the reasons why I can eat it, because sometimes I have an issue with dates because of FODMAP issues. It's very dense. I do get the almond, but it's not anywhere near as strong of an almond taste as you would get with, say, an almond butter. It's not like any kind of a nut butter product. It's an extremely subtle kind of an almond taste. There is a slight sweetness, but it's not a very strong sweetness. It's not a flavor that I find super exciting, but it's not a flavor that I dislike. I think if I needed food and I was hungry and in a rush, I would think, oh, I'm so glad that I have this and I know it's not going to make me sick. But I'd be happy if I had something to go with it just because it's really and really dense. So it feels like you want to have something else kind of light to balance it out. I feel like I want to have some raspberries or something with it. Yeah. That would be a really good thing to have on the go. If I were traveling, I would definitely pack this. But let's try the other flavors. So on to the next one. And speaking of fruit, the next one is prolonged power. And prolonged power is banana and almond butter. That's the prolonged power banana and almond butter bar. Right as I was putting that in my beak, I was immediately getting banana. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I like banana. Banana is my favorite post-run snack, so I'm all about the bananas. This one even has a little bit of cinnamon in it. This one's a little bit more exciting flavor-wise because it's got a few more ingredients than the last one. So the flavor profile, there's a little bit more going on, which makes it interesting, but the texture is fairly similar. It's ever so slightly different, but for the most part still it's pretty dense, really holds well together. It sticks to itself, but it's not sticky. Well, I say that, and my claws really don't know what's hardly sticky, but it doesn't seem sticky. That is a nice, true banana taste. Not an artificial banana taste, but a true banana taste. And I feel like I get that little trace bit of cinnamon, which is very lovely, especially with the holidays. Definitely really feeling this one. This one's very exciting. I like the prolonged power. I think this one's better than the last one. We go for this one. Next one. This is the Protein Purity Sunflower Butter and Chocolate. There's the bar. Okay, here we go. Whoa, different texture. This one seems a little fatter and not quite as moist as the last two. It's a little dry compared to the last two. Maybe that's because of the sunflower, maybe the chocolate. I've never had sunflower seed butter before. I don't know whether or not I would like it as much as almond butter or peanut butter. I like sunflower seed. I like all seeds. But I don't know that I would like the butter based on the taste of this, because I think all the tastes so far have been very true to the ingredients, and that's one of the biggest ingredients in this. I think if you're a fan of sunflower seed butter, then you would love these if you really are into that. But I think this could be a hit or miss. It's going to really depend on whether or not you go for sunflower seed butter. I personally preferred the banana and the one that was based on the almond. Still very good. I would still eat this, but I prefer the other two. As far as ranking so far, the banana is still on the top. Okay, we still have one last one to go, so let's try that one. This is the Protein Pleasure Peanut Butter Chocolate Chip. Oh, in case I didn't show the last one, because I can't remember if I showed it to you or not. That's the last one. Here's the Protein Pleasure Peanut Butter Chocolate Chip. You can actually see chocolate chips. They're not kidding, and they're not little itty bitty, hardly visible chocolate chips. They're big, big chocolate chips. Woo-hoo-hoo. Make sure the Bible is a big chocolate chip. Okay, it's still the same dense texture. This one is also a little thicker. Gotta be thicker to have those big chocolate chips. The peanut butter and the chocolate are really subtle tastes. They're not anywhere near as strong as you would get in most peanut butter and chocolate products. Very subtle. This one kind of reminds me of the first bar and how that almond taste was very subtle. I'd kind of put this about on the level as the first bar. Still have to say on the whole that banana rules. Go banana! Prolonged power. I am all about the prolonged power. I say, if you can find this bar, this should be your go-to emergency health bar to get you through any of your trip planning, car trips, plane trips, anywhere that you have to go for the holidays where you have to have something packed and you're trying to think, oh, I need to have something to get by because they're going to have all kinds of food that I can't eat, and I need to have something I can slip into a bag, into a pocket. This can be your salvation. Super, super yummy. But they are, like most bars, still fairly high in calories, very high in fat, but at least this has got some better ingredients than most all of the other kinds of nutrition, protein, granola bars and things that are out there. And it's free of so many things that so many of those kinds of products aren't free of. So, yay! Always excited about that. Thank you. Go macro. And as for me, I am going to go